So DP Photography here, bringing another video, and today I'm going to be doing something, just doing a little bit of venturing out. Up until now, I've only ridden up and down the block, and I've probably only done that about 6 times. And I actually just want to get out in the real world just a little bit. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. I did want to actually go for a long run, but I didn't want to bite off more than I could chew just yet. This is an 88-pound behemoth, definitely a heavy unicycle compared to my V8S. But with that being said, I'm gonna head down Government Road, which is, a not so populated area, hopefully. A lot of times nowadays I ride back there and there's a whole lot of cars, but I just want to go somewhere away from my block, get out into some real world experience. I did have to change some of the settings. I was wondering what that feeling was, when I was riding, and what it was the tilt back was set to kick in around 12 miles per hour. I've changed that to 55 miles per hour, and I've also raised the pedal up to 1%. So instead of having a feeling that I'm leaning forward, that maybe it could raise up just a little bit. And on this ride, I'll also get some feeling for what else needs to be adjusted when I come back home. But without further ado, you guys just come on with me. Let's go. Like I say, man, this is an 88-pound behemoth. This thing's heavy. It's a mission when I gotta hold the 360 camera, for the simple fact, like, it's good to have your hands, in case you need to react. But I don't yet have a mount for this monster, and I want to get out here in the world. Luckily, I can mount. And this might not be the smartest idea. Here we go. All right, here we go. And so far, so good. I think I do want to tilt the pedals up just a little bit more. Definitely not super comfortable just yet. The wind is having a slight effect on my rolling. Not going too fast. Slow down. Car coming. Whew. One thing I will say is I'm glad I got on most of my pads. That way if I do fall, I could throw my hip out there and my elbow. Approaching this stop sign. One thing I've been noticing, man, is there's not as many skilled drivers on the road as it used to be, kind of go. Yeah, I'm definitely not as comfortable on this as I am on the V8S. And like I say, man, that wind probably has a little bit to do with it as well. But there's some things that definitely need adjusting. My pads definitely need some adjusting. Man, that wind sucks. But if I'm gonna ride anywhere, you know, for a first run, this would be the place. This is the best spot for it. And, you know, so far, I've been focused on a unicycle. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that up at myself. This wind is definitely affecting, and it's blowing harder right now. Man, a nice gust right now will probably throw me. This sucks. And relax. That's one thing they told me. Because right now my back is hurting a little bit. And you know, one of the guys in the comments told me, you know, I just need to relax a little bit. And he's right, because even right now with me, I'm relaxing a little bit. And I feel like the tension is being relieved. The wind definitely isn't helping. I'm only doing 15 miles per hour, but being that I'm getting behind these trees, the wind feels like it's cutting back, and I'm doing about 18 to 20 now. Beautiful birds, yeah, I'm rolling. Oh man, how did I forget my wrist guards? I put on my pads. I had my wrist guards sitting right there. I don't know how I forgot them. Because that's something that I definitely want to be wearing when I'm out here doing this. I don't want to break my wrist, man. And I know that's very easy to do on something like this, man. Because the first thing that you do is, you know, you put your arms out there. And I'm rolling a little bit, doing 17, 18, speed it up a little bit. Don't want to go too fast. 20, doing about 20 right now. A little bit of a wobble, slow down. Try to hit this corner. Okay, I turned. That was a left turn, which I think is a little bit easier than a right turn. All right, now I got a right turn coming up. And a car. And I made it. I made it around that curve. And what I want to do is get good enough to where it's like I am on my one wheel. I'm gonna stop right here and take me a break. Oh man, but it's definitely not that easy. Hey, curly tail. And I was gonna sit down on that, but I don't know if you can see that. It's definitely not somewhere that I wanna be sitting. There is a gang of ants. And that's what that lizard was just sitting there doing. He was eating. But the key for me is to every day just get a little bit more practice, get a little further out into the world until I'm actually comfortable to ride around town. I definitely want to get, what I really want to do is get good enough to go up the Keys, you know, because that's where more of the paths are. You know, you got the dedicated bridges that are dedicated for bicycles, bike paths, and, you know, a lot of earthy type of stuff. Adventurous, to say the least, but that being said, I don't want to take too much of a break. Hopefully I don't bust my ass. Okay. Now, I don't know what's going on, but feels like my pedals kinda were raised right there for a second. All right. And, all right. Okay, I'm trusting a little bit more. See, just one short ride. I got a little bit of experience. And now that I'm going with the wind, it doesn't feel nearly as bad, man. So I definitely feel the difference when, I'm going into the wind and when I'm going against it. Also, right turns are a little bit harder for me to do. I'm going into a left turn right now. Pretty sweet. One thing I will say is I'm not going too fast, not just yet. And kind of sucks not to have my hands, And in the beginning, I probably shouldn't even be filming myself. I should probably really just be focusing on learning. That would be the smart thing to do. But it's like, man, I like, bringing you guys on my journey, man, to be honest, man. I feel like if I don't make a video, it's kind of pointless, man. I know that's not the case. Here we go, going into a right turn. As I said, these things can be a bit tricky for me. And what I want to do is kind of just like dip to the right. Good job, Phip, so far, good job. And another thing is that I have to always remember that, even when you find yourself in a sticky situation, most times you can recover. Man, it feels like night and day, going with the wind and going against the wind. Don't want to get too overconfident or anything like that, but it definitely feels good. It's like right now I'm doing what, 20? 20 feels great. Gotta say, 20 feels absolutely amazing. One thing I know that I need to do is adjust my pedals. But I gotta say, man, it feels real good to be on such a powerful machine. Like, I can feel the power in this thing. I can feel that it has so much more to give. I'm glad that I took this road where there's no cars at, man, because if I would have went where I wanted to go, like on the sidewalk, there would have been a lot of bicycle traffic, a lot of people just walking and waiting to see the sunset. And I don't think that I should be dealing with that right now. Right now, I just want to focus on being able to ride, man, and just enjoying. And what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the entrance and turn around and take one more ride to the back, man. Matter of fact, I ain't even going all the way to the entrance, man. I'm just gonna go right up here to this little waterway and turn around. Slow down. That was not the best. That was definitely not the best. All right. When I sit on this thing, I just want to go backwards. But that was not the most graceful. Look at that little waterway right there. That was not the most graceful stop. Let's get it. All right. Well, I am getting a little more comfortable, I will say. Even with the wind blowing, I mean, the wind is still gnarly, but not as afraid as I was my first time. Especially when I get out here in the open where there's no trees on both sides. It sucks. That wind is definitely pushing. But one thing's for sure, I can definitely say that I'm doing it. I don't know what this is crossing the street. Might be a crab, might be a turtle. It's a turtle. What's up, buddy? And I am going to take this turtle out of the road. Hopefully I don't get bit. Buddy, I'm not gonna hurt you. No, I'm not here to hurt you, my friend. I'm here to get you out of the road. But yeah, I'm doing it, man, and this has been a nice little experience so far. Any day that, you know, I don't eat shit, I feel like is a great day. A great day of practice. There we go into a left-hand turn. Like I say, they are a bit easier, a bit more natural feeling. Going into a right turn. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. Every day I'm getting on this EUC. This thing sat for so long, you know, while I got comfortable on the V8S. Now this time I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna go around this circle. No stopping. Let's keep it going. A little later on tonight, I'm gonna bring it back outside and do some practice. That time I won't be videoing or anything. I'll just be riding. Just because it'll be nighttime and I won't really be able to use my favorite camera, this Insta360 X3. Actually gonna, and I ain't about to pull out my big camera and gimbal, and I could use the Ace Pro, I guess. But even the Ace Pro has some limitations at nighttime. And I've definitely feel like I've gotten better. Still feel like I'm naked without my freaking wrist guards, man. I don't know how the hell I did that, man. I know it's one that I should definitely be wearing. It definitely feels good to get to maneuver it away and like just to learn on it. It definitely served its purpose. Like now I'm able to mount and unmount with no problem. And I definitely accredit that to the V8S. But now I don't know how much I'll actually ride it. I'll probably ride it for the simple fact that I know that I can, you know, if I'm going to run an errand and I really need to get somewhere without having to worry about getting hurt, I probably would gravitate towards that. But I think even before I gravitate towards the V8S, I'm gonna end up jumping on the one wheel. One wheel still, you know, my baby. It's still a fun ride. It's what I know. One guy said, you know, that he definitely would gear up on the one wheel, whereas I don't gear up as much as I used to on the one wheel, for the simple fact that I know, like, if I do fall, you know, I can run it out, you know, things kicking the gear, getting into a straight full sprint as soon as possible, man, until I can actually catch myself. As to where if I fall on this, you know, I'm going side to side. There is no running it out. I got these spike pedals on here that kind of keep me locked in. So yeah, I tend to want to wear more gear when it comes to, you know, especially this EUC. This thing is big, and if it falls on my leg or something like that, it could potentially break an ankle, you know, twist my knee. A lot of different things can end up happening. But yeah, that definitely, this little ride felt real good, man. Still haven't made it home yet. Gotta be careful crossing the street. This is where things get to be tricky, because as I approach, I need to cross and make a left. I think right now is the best time I got. And you know, my experience just now definitely helped. That definitely helped. Feels good. Feels good. Every day, a little more practice. One thing for sure I know I need to adjust is my Grizzly pads. My friend, all right, my friend. My buddy, he gets out here every day and walks, man. He recently had a stroke and lost, you know, a lot of motion, man. Like, you know, it's a blessing, you know, to not have gone through anything like that, man. I hate when I see it, you know. I've seen some people have strokes and, you know, a couple days later, man, it's a wrap, it's over with, man. In his own way, he's blessed himself though, man, because he's still with us here. You know, he's living in Key West. He's getting his walks in, seeing the beauty of life, man. And that's a blessing, but that's gonna be it for today, man. I'm almost here at the house, and you know, great experience, great ride, man. Got out on the EUC. I'm probably gonna keep on going for a few more, you know, laps around the block and whatnot, but I'm gonna put the camera down for now. And just wanna say thank you for everybody and all your support and, you know, all your great tips. You know, I take heed to everything that you guys are saying. And yeah, until next time, DP Photography, also known as The Real Bird, I'm out.